FM studios in Ontario, California, it's Foobar Sports.
Hey everybody, welcome to Foobar Sports. I'm your host Josh, along with the Foo. Say hi, Foo.
Hello.
And Mr. Joe C on the mix.
Are you on weed?
Yeah.
Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
Yes, not now. Let me enjoy
this.
this.
Today, all day.
But today, all day, we are recording on this lovely, lovely 420. And I hope all of you are getting very, very stoned. And
I know I am.
I already am.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You know what? Let's talk about some sports because a lot of things have been happening. NFL is about to start the draft. MLB's in full swing. And we got the NBA playoffs going crazy as we speak. But let's start a little bit with some NFL news. Foo, you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Just a little bit wishful thinking on my part that the Raiders are actually going to do something this year.
Oh, wow. That is super wishful
Don't
thinking.
you say that every year, though?
But this year, it's like every year, man. When I remember the Raiders were on Hard Knocks one year. Or I don't know if it was Hard Knocks, but before it was Hard Knocks, it was like NFL Insider or something.
Okay.
And they were like, "This is what it takes to be a champion," and then we went like fucking 4-12.
It's like getting dieting advice from a really fat guy.
It's like, yeah, that works, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Don't eat that giant turkey leg.
It's bad for you.
It's bad for you.
I wanted to bring up some mock draft top picks or projections real quick.
Okay.
Kyler Murray, surprisingly, is becoming number one in everyone's mock draft.
And that kind of makes sense, though, because of the coach, Cliff Kingsbury. That's a match made in heaven between those two style of quarterbacks. But, dude,
So
what
the
are you going to do with Rosen?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The question is that they're going to try to get a first-round value pick for Rosen.
Really?
Do you
value?
think he's worth a first-round pick?
No. Top,
Really?
At most, second round.
Because they're saying they can trade him. They can trade teams as high as the 13th to 18th pick and possibly trade them their first round pick for Rosen.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
well, you know what? It all depends, though, on the current value of drafting quarterbacks, like quarterback class.
Rosen's a interesting quarterback. He's a thinker. But he doesn't show, any demeanor on the field or toughness or anything.
No, he doesn't have it. It's not an overpowering demeanor.
So he's more smart than he is aggressive and, any type of characteristics a leader would have. So he's got to fit in a system somewhere.
I think the best systems would be for, like, the New York Giants. If the Giants were able to finagle a trade. If they were to trade for Rosen, I think Rosen could possibly be good there. And imagine, dude, another crosstown rivalry with Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold.
That would be awesome. But do you think the Giants would give up the number 5 pick for him?
I mean,
not without extras?
Not without extras, but they actually have the number 6 pick, and it has them picking Daniel Jones.
And then, according to some rumors here, they're actually talking with the Bucks to swipe the 5 and the 6 pick, and then because the Giants might want to go after Daniel Jones.
Yeah, according to a lot of mock drafts have them signing Daniel Jones from Duke, the first Duke quarterback to really be sought after ever.
Really?
Duke's primarily known as a basketball
team.
And lacrosse.
Mike Krzyzewski, Foo.
The lacrosse, sex scandal.
that whole thing, Foo, stuff.
Yeah, Duke lacrosse.
Currently, some mock drafts are projecting the Raiders could possibly trade up from the number 4 to the number 2 pick with the Niners.
And get Nick Bosa?
No, I thought that they would do that, but they're saying to draft Drew Lock, the quarterback from Missouri. And it makes sense, dude, because Gruden, remember, I don't know if it was a couple years ago or the 2 years before he came back to coaching. He actually coached the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
He coached him when whatever it is, the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Of the college teams. Gruden actually coached him and said he liked him a lot and said he was going to be something special. So we might trade up 2 picks to get this guy.
That's a stretch, dude, because right now I'm looking at a mock draft and Drew Lock isn't projected to go until the 30th pick. to the Packers. So for them to jump right now where they currently are at, let's see, they're at 4 right now. For them to go from 4 to 2 to get a quarterback and get at 30.
I think they would need to go get Nick Bosa.
Yes, definitely. I think that's the better call because they need that pass rush on defense now that they lost Khalil Mack, and Bruce Irvin was not the answer for you guys at all either. So
I was really hoping they would try to trade their pick in for more like picks in the draft. Like if they trade down, like to the 5 or 6 pick actually, so they could try to get Josh Allen at that pick. Mm-hmm. That would be great for their defense. Plus the extra pick in the rounds.
Well, right now they haven't projected getting that the number 4 or the Alabama defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, who's supposed to be really good. So obviously you could see that the overall theme for their initial draft is going to be defense. At least that's what a lot of people would think. They have them taking Noah Fant, an Iowa tight end, especially since they need help on tight end. And it doesn't hurt to get a running back either at some point in this draft. It doesn't show them, but
then probably later in the draft, going with the recent value of running backs. So
yeah, running back. That's funny because years ago you would see running backs go in the top 4, top 10. Now, like it's really rare to see a running back go in the first round.
Yeah,
like when Christian McCaffrey got drafted at number 12, everyone was just like, "Oh, Panthers fucked up."
They overreached, but
but he's been fucking good. So.
Yeah, right now, like I'm looking at a mock draft. Running back is not going at all in the first round for mock draft.
So
it's crazy. It's crazy to think that it's just completely the value of the running back.
It's more loaded at defense this year and a couple quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting draft. Foo, I'll get you a jersey, Foo, Raider jersey.
Oh god,
to hang up in the FM studios, Foo.
Sure, man.
And then I'll right in the trash
for it.
At least, and then we're all.
I'll file it.
We'll all be Raider fans, Foo.
Oh man, that's my nightmare.
I'm even looking at the mock draft, and this is NFL.com's mock draft.
Okay.
And I don't even see a wide receiver going until right here, the 25th pick, which belongs to my Eagles, Marquise Brown, who's supposed to be like a badass dude. But again, like only one wide receiver in this entire mock draft. It's just crazy for me to believe that.
Just wide receivers have been shit, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, Calvin Ridley was really the last good wide receiver to get taken in the first round, I think. And a lot of people didn't think he was going to be that good.
He's pretty good.
He's blown up.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else, Fu, on the NFL?
No, not that. Other than I think we're going to play in Oakland this last year. Oh, and our last game of the season, this is when the schedule came out.
Yeah.
You'd think they would send it off with like a rival or an old school division rival or something. They're like, nope, Oakland, last game of the year, you get to play the Jaguars.
Dick. Fu gets Nick Foles, Nick Foles and the Jags. They're actually probably be a good team.
Who knows, dude?
Who knows, man?
But why couldn't we end it against a rival like the Chargers or something?
Well, the Jags
or the Chiefs, dude.
But dude, what if the Jags are like 13-2?
Who gives a fuck, dude?
Oh, so mean.
Going by Nick Foles, they'll be 10-6 at best.
11-5.
No. See this guy. See,
Big Dick Nick, man. Big Dick Nick.
Big Dick Nick. Nick Foles.
People call him.
They were called him that in the Super Bowl,
that in
dude.
The Super Bowl.
For fuck's sake.
Philly fans even like he has a statue, I think.
Yeah.
And they go up to it and they put their arms up like Big Dick Nick. Even Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson, like when they first erected the statue, he went underneath it.
Erected
the statue. Good job.
Look at you.
You're welcome.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, man, Fuzi, have you been seeing any of the NBA playoffs? We're in the thick of it.
Are we in the thick of it, man? I really can't tell. You want to tell me all about it?
Yeah, Josh, want to give us a little updates on?
Well, you skipped a league, but yeah, let's go to NBA.
We skipped a league.
MLB, Fu.
Let's do the MLB.
Okay.
It's 420.
Yeah, dude, we're really high right now.
That's true.
Really.
Dodgers are on a
really high right now.
8-game win streak right now.
I looked it up. It was 6.
Oh, you bastard! You're lies.
I fact checked myself.
Well, you know what? The last game, the game before, as of recording this on Friday, Good Friday, Kike Hernandez hit a come from behind home run.
It was dope,
dude. That was sick. I'm so glad he's in this every day.
Dude, and Ballinger has been balling, dude.
Ballinger is
he leads the MLB in home runs.
Yeah,
he's fucking dope.
Everything's coming up Millhouse for the Dodgers right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it was funny, or actually, I thought it was cool too that Hernandez hit that home run off of Hader, no less, from the Brewers.
Yeah,
their ace, like bullpen guy.
Yeah, and who we had that fucking badass playoff series with last year.
Dude, he was the whole reason why we were having problems, and for us to do that, it felt so nice.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Exactly. Right now, as it stands, though, the best teams in the league are the Tampa Bay Rays, the Cleveland Indians. The Rays are 14-6. The Indians are 12-7. Astros are 13-6. But what's funny is in their division, they don't have the most wins, even though they're the number one team.
How do you pull that off?
Well, the reason is there's a team that had 3 extra games in the entire league, and that's none other than the Seattle Mariners, who are 15-8, and the Astros are 13-3. So the reason why was because the Mariners actually played 3 games early in Japan, and they played against the Oakland A's.
So that gives them an advantage, especially if they won?
Pretty much, yeah, it gives them an advantage right now. They pretty much got a 3-game head start, though I think the MLB is going to fix that. Like by giving them a few extra days off, like after the All-Star break or something.
Away.
Yeah. That way that it evens out. But
Sifu.
The Mariners actually look badass, dude. D. Gordon is actually good.
He's a good player, man,
dude.
That kind of came out of nowhere, huh?
Well, he was on his way.
I mean, like just the Mariners in general doing well.
Oh yeah. I think they got rid of Robinson Cano. He's actually on the Mets now.
Oh well,
yeah. So they're
fits the Mets.
Yeah,
they're no stranger to losing streaks. That's for sure.
Well, the Mets aren't doing that bad with Jacob DeGrom.
Historically,
but I think
no kidding.
Didn't DeGrom get hurt today?
He did.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, he did. So that's going to set them back. They're in a pretty tight race with the Phillies right now. I mean, come on. It's early as hell. I understand. So, anything can happen. One of these teams can go on like a 20-game losing streak, but then could have a 30-game winning streak and still be okay. Like,
then they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah. So
next thing you know, they're in the fucking World Series like our Dodgers. Remember how much we were shitting our pants over them almost not making the playoffs last year?
Yeah, and
then we just stressed out the whole postseason until they made it to the World Series.
And then they fucked it up.
And then we stressed out the whole World Series.
Honestly, last year was a very stressful baseball year.
The last 2 World Series were very stressful to
nerve-wracking.
Yeah, dude.
And what's funny what happened this last week, Clayton Kershaw started on Monday. It was his first start, and he had a play against a former teammate in Yasiel Puig. They played the Cincinnati Reds on Monday. Yeah,
what was that like?
Well,
we swept them.
We swept them, but Puig hit a home run off of Clayton at his first at bat. So, and a lot of people
something happened.
A lot of people were, talking about how Puig was on the team. He was a bad teammate. Everyone's talking about that. Even so, the announcers were saying like Puig showed up 25 minutes late to his own press conference.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, before the game. He's like, so that should tell you his reputation around here. And then all of a sudden he hit a home run right after he said that.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck you, Oral Hershiser.
Yeah.
You heard him talking shit.
He heard him. He heard it.
He looked his bat.
Yeah, he sure did. So I want to kind of finish the MLB with this. What do you think about, people saying let the kids play? Like bat flips and all that versus, the whole unspoken rule
Did you
thing.
see that White Sox player bat flip the other day?
No.
Dude, he hit the home run.
For real.
And he took the bat and he like grabbed it like this, like a spear, and he like fucking threw it. Yeah.
Well, that's just...
And then the benches cleared
Oh,
when he came home. Yeah.
Dude, okay, yeah.
Not the benches cleared. His next at bat, they beamed him.
Oh,
and then
shit.
the
And
benches
then the benches cleared?
Yeah.
You know what, though? It's funny because baseball players get so emotional over little fucking gestures, dude.
Even worse is the fucking managers are the ones that are telling them to do it, and it's like,
yeah, because it's that
dude, you fucking old school asshole.
Yeah, it's that old school mentality about like, no, you gotta, stick to the unwritten rules. Bean for a bean, like beanball for a beanball.
Yeah,
fucking,
dude.
Nope, overcrowding the play.
Give it another generation. I think it'll go away.
Well, they had that's interesting you say that. If you remember from the World Series, the Ken Griffey Jr. commercials, they're trying to like advertise that, like let the kids play.
Yeah.
When they had made that hashtag, and that they're trying to positively change it because it's fun. Like when you see someone talk shit, it's like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's and it's friendly. You know, at the end of the day, it's baseball. It's baseball.
Seriously.
Like really?
Yeah.
It's
who's gonna get that upset?
It's sports.
Yeah, well, it is. And just like I didn't mind the end zone dancing, like it's entertaining.
I love it now that they brought it back because we've been seeing some gems.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, dude.
I have a solution to this whole beanball and fighting situation. Look, this is what you do.
Hockey.
I'm listening.
Similar, but you know how in hockey they have the penalty box?
Yeah.
In MLB, they should have the baseball ring, where you have a boxing ring just in the little corner, and you have both guys go in there, put some gloves on, and boom, go at it.
Just have them duke it out?
Just have them duke it out. Whoever wins he's either out or thrown from the game.
Holy shit.
Winner stays, the loser gets thrown out of the game.
Huh.
Hey man, if baseball
Makes
ever
it
needs
interesting, fool.
if baseball ever needs a new executive, man, make your pitch.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That one's on the house, people.
Shut the fuck up. What I think is that they should go into a ring just as similar as you're describing, but
with the super huge gloves that like
But sock 'em boppers? Dude, do it.
Oh,
Okay.
dude.
I understand it's more fun than a pillow fight. It's what I've been told.
Dude,
in the past.
sock 'em boppers are back.
Yeah, they are.
Sorry to tangent, and they're not called sock 'em boppers. Yeah, they're called something else.
What do you mean?
Because Aiden wanted some. He's like, "Can you get me I forgot what he said.
Oh, you are liars! You are fucking liars!
Fool, I'll try to look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, he called them something else. And I'm like, you mean sock 'em boppers? And then the commercial came on, and nope, they didn't say it, dude.
Well, yeah, I can believe that Sock 'em Boppers as you know, an LLC is no longer around. That shit was from what, like almost 20 years ago.
You can buy them on Amazon for $11.92.
You looking this up?
Yeah,
Get them.
Yeah, man.
Get 3 pairs.
Dude, we're all gonna get fucked up because we're just gonna keep going until there's no more air in those goddamn balloons.
They're all bloody and everything.
Hell yeah.
What were we talking about?
It's the solution to all the letting the kids play, man.
Oh, right.
And that makes sense. Kids. Give them the sock 'em boppers. I'm on board with this. Or actually, instead, just have a rock'em sock'em robots ring right there.
Oh, yeah.
Just have both of them just go.
Remember those?
Just have like a camera fixated on the ring.
I had a friend who had Power Rangers themed.
Oh, I had that one too. That was
pretty cool.
Well, and that one too, because he's like it was in the middle of their back, wasn't it? And like you could kick and everything too.
Yeah,
that was dope. Anyways, let's continue on to sports. Let's finish off with the big news as of this moment: the NBA news, the playoffs.
Yeah,
like the
playoffs.
Yes, Mr. Mora. Yes,
yeah,
the playoffs. It's actually time. And there's been some great matchups so far. The Bucks just look like they're on another level, destroying the Pistons. They're leading the series right now, 2-0. They've pretty much blown them out by a margin of either 30, between 30 and 40 points.
They've been fucking them up too.
Yeah,
they played a night too. So I wonder what the final battle will look like.
Dude, well, the first game was 121 Bucks, Pistons 86. The second game was 120 Bucks, Pistons 99. They're getting a little closer, Right. The next game's actually playing tonight as we speak, or as we're recording.
As of we speak.
They're going to be playing at Detroit, but the following game after that, Game 4, will be played at Detroit Monday the 22nd at 8 p.m. And honestly, I think the Bucks are just going to run away with this. I do not see much competition, between them. So pretty much Bucks are going to run away. The next series is actually the Raptors against the Magic, and this is actually surprisingly closer than I thought it would be.
Really?
I did not think the Magic would have one win, but they do. The Raptors are up 2-1.
Okay.
But you know what? When I looked at the game that they won, and that was the game 1. They won 104-101, and they held Kyle Lowry to 0 points.
Yeah,
I am shocked and appalled.
Well, don't be, because it happened one more
Yeah.
time before that.
he chokes in the playoffs.
He tends to disappear in the playoffs, which I thought they should have traded him, not DeMar DeRozan. But I'm sure it was.
It played out how it played out.
Yeah.
Probably no team could get great value for him.
Yeah, but the Raptors barely won Game 3, 98-93. I think they'll straighten the, right the ship, and I'm predicting they'll finish this off, maybe a 6-2, or I'm sorry, 4-2. They'll give one more game up to the Magic in Orlando, and then they'll finish it off in Toronto.
Interesting.
Yeah. What do you think, Fu?
I think they might go 4-1.
4-1? You think they'll just go sweep the rest of the way?
I think they'll handle business, yeah.
All right. The next game, or the next series in the East, is the Sixers and the Nets. And the Sixers are up 3-1.
And today was a really close game. The Nets could have won, but they had 3 turnovers at the end of the game.
Yeah, and they're still a young
And
team.
I wanted them to win, too.
I really want them to win, too.
Fuck the Sixers.
Bunch of whiny-ass bitches.
I know.
I've never liked the Sixers myself.
You know what?
Back when they had that
Good
short little
fool.
rivalry with the Lakers back in the day.
Yeah, with Iverson and Mutombo.
Good
No.
No.
Dude, Shaq fucked him up.
Oh, dude.
I
There
loved
was,
it.
It wasn't even a series, man. I'm just like, Dad, so...
Nope.
I remember when it was happening, I was like, Dad, so are the Sixers ever going to win a game against the Lakers? He's like, no, son. It's not going to happen.
But they did shock us game 1.
Game 1 they did, but after that, Lakers is like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
They're like, our vacation's over, fellas.
Let's get this going. The Sixers, though, are going to beat, finish off the Nets in this series, I think. I think the Nets will be formidable
the Nets
next
look
year.
promising, dude.
Yeah, if they get one more piece, dude. I think they're going to be a good team next year. Mark my words. In 2019, the Nets will be great next year.
But it's 2019 now.
What? Anyways, continuing on to the next series, the Celtics against the Pacers.
And Celtics are up 3-0, right?
Yeah, they're up 3-0. They
The
play
Pacers
Sunday.
never had a chance because
They lost
Oladipo got hurt.
Yeah, Miles Turner can't carry the team all by himself, though. He's a great player.
This is good experience for him, though.
Yeah, they're another team, though, that's on their way up, especially with Sabonis. Domantas Sabonis
was a great trade, too.
Oh, that was great. That was a great pickup with him and Oladipo from the Thunder. I'm surprised the Magic gave up on Oladipo so early on. But, it needed to happen because look at him. He's a badass with the Pacers, and I hope he comes back better. That similar to how Paul George came back.
I was about to say pulls a Paul George.
Pulls a PG, and because that was a horrifying injury, and that sucks when you see these guys go down in non-contact injuries in the NBA. Yeah. Where their legs just
I've been saying it forever, man. Lack of vitamin D.
Yeah, you're right. You have said that.
They train only inside gyms now, not when the 80s.
They don't play outside
when
anymore.
the kids grew up fucking trying to ball.
Shit.
Yeah. They're not getting a good amount of sunlight and vitamin D, so it makes sense how their bones would be a little more brittle. But fuck, yeah, it sucks. So hopefully Oladipo comes back, but the Celtics are definitely gonna sweep this one.
Handle business.
Who needs to handle business? So we're gonna move along to the West, and it's none other than the Warriors and the Clippers. The Clippers actually look surprisingly good.
You know what they did? They're up 2-1 now, and I will say. KD put his money where his mouth is and was like, I could take over, and he took over game 3.
Oh, he took over game 3, and he'll take over again tonight because they want to just finish this. They got to get ready for the...
Yeah, stop wasting time. KD could do it if any player right now.
You know what, though?
Position.
Credit to Patrick Beverly because Patrick Beverly's a pest, man. Like, he is a pest of a player.
And not in the way that he's such a great defender, because he is a good defender, but he's not stopping KD.
He's just getting in his head.
He's getting in his head.
Psychological
Dude,
warfare.
this guy's like, remember when Dennis Rodman would play? He would just get in your mind.
Yeah.
That's how Patrick Beverly is, minus the eccentrics.
Would you make the argument that World Peace also was like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like that fight with him and Ben Wallace. Oh, man, I don't condone it, but it was great.
It's good entertainment.
I remember watching that live. I'm just like, no way.
This is happening.
I'm like, oh my God. He did the stats.
We've all been waiting for it.
KD has 3 techs already that Patrick Beverley got for him. So that's clutch, dude, because in the NBA playoffs, if you get 7 technicals, you're suspended
for
a game automatically.
That's nuts.
So he has 3 in the first round. Like, Patrick Beverley is totally like
that. And honestly, that's the best way to really fuck with your team. If you can get your biggest guy to tech out and get suspended for a game, like the Cavs did against the Warriors when they got Draymond Green. You know, when he got his 6th or 7th technical, and he was suspended in the finals. Remember that? And then the Cavs all of a sudden came back 3-1.
That was the catalyst right there.
Yeah, it was. So it could be huge. It could be a series changer when something like that happens. So Katie needs to watch it, but I think the Warriors.
Steph's been great, dude.
Yo, definitely. Steph's the best. Is going to be on par for one of the best point guards.
And I know we're talking a lot about the Warriors when we should be moving along, but I've been saying, I think I said to you, Klay Thompson is a little overrated to me.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think
the first person that I hear say that.
I don't think he is. I think that he's just around an overcrowded group of players. Think about it. He's way better than Draymond Green. He is.
Yeah,
he is way better than Draymond Green.
He has NBA records.
But when you're behind 2 MVPs, multiple time
he's
MVPs,
doing what he can.
You can't. I mean, what can you do? You know, you're going to get overshadowed.
True.
And if Klay Thompson were on another team besides the Warriors, I bet you anything you would be seeing him in a different light because he would have to do more. He wouldn't have to rely on Steph and KD as much. Because Steph and KD are more players that have to have the ball.
Do you think he could carry a team?
Klay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could
Well,
to the playoffs.
I think he's an
Not
ensemble
far.
guy, though, man.
I think
That's
only
what I'm
because of
saying,
how we've
dude.
always seen him. But honestly,
let me throw a stat at the foo. Thanks to analytics being prevalent in sports nowadays, the NBA is very analytics driven. They actually keep records of players who score in garbage minutes. So in meaningless minutes, the number 1 scorer is, guess who? Klay Thompson.
You know, and that makes a lot of sense. I would say he's the Michelangelo, if we're talking about the Ninja Turtles, of basketball. Like he does the bare minimum, but when he makes it happen, he makes it happen. You know, he gets those like you said, those garbage minutes, those throwaway minutes,
So
and then he kicks back and eats pizza.
So is Steve Kerr done Leonardo?
Yeah, perhaps.
Maybe. Yeah.
If he's leading it.
I mean,
Interesting.
Draymond Green's obviously Raphael because he's just so angry.
Dang, foo, good analogy, man.
I know
Look
what
at
I'm
you.
talking about, man. This is sports, is it not?
But again, I think my argument is that he's just never been able to shine without having Steph, KD, Draymond, Andre Iguodala. But he's a great player. If he gets the chance, I don't think he will leave the Warriors.
I think they're going to re-sign him for the max.
Oh yeah, that's why he's going to be there. Like he's not going to leave. If he were to leave, I think that's when we would finally see his potential. But I don't see him leaving. I
Probably
think
not.
I think
Warriors got a good thing going.
Yeah. So he at this point he may be more of like a Rip Hamilton type player at the moment. If you really think about it,
When he needs to step up, he can do it.
Yeah, he moves well off the ball. Defensive wise, he's great defensively. Catch and shoot. Rip Hamilton was a beast in catch and shoot. So much so it pissed us.
Mask.
Dude, that mask. Yeah, that mask he had. Yeah, that was dope. But Warriors. Let's move on to the Nuggets and Spurs. Nuggets are up 2-1 against the Spurs, and honestly, I was a little surprised.
No, aren't the Spurs up 2-1 on the Nuggets? Yes, the Spurs are.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. My bad. Denver Nuggets trail the Spurs 2-1, and that's crazy to think that the Nuggets are turning into a pumpkin first round in the playoffs.
I think I heard analysts say the easiest round of the Western Conference Finals was going to be who landed the 7th seed, and which are the Spurs.
Oh,
because they have the Nuggets
but they would go on to play the winner of the 3rd and 6th seed, right? Which is the Trailblazers and the Thunder.
I think they could beat the Trailblazers. The Thunder would probably be tough.
Well, actually, the Trailblazers are leading the Thunder right now 2-1. But you got to remember, you got to think that Westbrook's hurt. His knees are like hurting him, or like he's constantly icing himself. The guy's in like almost a body cast of ice on the sidelines.
Oh my god!
And then Paul George has been injured. Beginning of this playoffs, he has a shoulder injury.
That's why the Spurs have the best chance to win, man.
I think the Trailblazers would beat the Spurs. Beat the Spurs.
No,
in my opinion.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are the Spurs still playing that old school basketball?
Fuck
Yeah, just
dude.
constant passing. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's
And it's
Popovich.
working out for them.
That's
Who's that
Popovich,
guy
man.
that went off? Something White.
Daniel White.
Danny White.
Yeah.
You can't hate it.
No, like
It
dude,
works for 'em.
But that's
They
how
do
they
it well.
That's how they grow great players. Like Kawhi Leonard. No one thought Kawhi Leonard was going to be a top 5 player.
Yeah.
And then boom, Greg Popovich turns him into a fucking Finals MVP against when they beat
Share the ball,
Heat.
dude.
Yeah.
Share
Like,
the ball.
Greg Popovich is a genius of a coach. He's
Got
funny.
great basketball knowledge, dude.
He's
And
amazing.
it's funny because it's the fundamentals of basketball.
yeah, he just sticks to his
He
guns.
just sticks to that.
Yeah.
It's not like, let's not get fancy with it. Let's play old school basketball, and that's how you still get a high scoring game and still win games.
It's funny because like when you hear these top name players, like when Pau Gasol went there, you forgot Pau Gasol was on the Spurs.
Yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge, you forget that LaMarcus Aldridge is on the Spurs. And then you forget that
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan's on the Spurs, and it's like, dang, they actually got a pretty decent squad.
And this guy Danny White came out of nowhere and blasted for 36 points.
Yeah, he looked badass. So you know what? The Spurs are never going to go away as long as Craig Popovich is in charge of that.
Quick fun fact. You know that right now the Spurs are the 7th seed against Denver. The only time, last time a 7 seed beat a 2 seed was in 2010 when the Spurs did it, Pooh.
nice. Thanks, man.
Got it.
But more on the their potential matchup if the Spurs beat against the Trailblazers, the Thunder. Blazers are up 2-1. And I think it's getting a little chippy between Damian Lillard and Westbrook.
Supposedly at the end of the game, Paul George windmilled a dunk. As time was expiring, and they were already up 12.
Adding insult to injury,
Yeah,
man.
Foo. It's that old let the kids play bullshit again,
Dude,
Foo.
there's no love lost between these two guys. Like Damian Lillard, like hates Westbrook. Like these guys are constantly talking.
Westbrook's
shit
a bitch,
He is
dude.
a bitch, but he's constantly talking shit to him throughout the entire game. It's fucking great basketball. Enes Kanter wants to fucking put it to Steven Adams after getting replaced or getting pretty much outclassed by him. And then Paul George going up against McCall. The storylines in this are just amazing. But,
Tremendous, Foo.
But losing Nurkic was a major blow to the Trailblazers. And I think you are correct, Foo, in thinking that the Spurs could take them, especially without Nurkic. But Kanter has to keep it up. If he doesn't keep it up, then I don't think the Trailblazers have a shot at making it past the first round.
Exactly, because they're still battling it out with
with
Westbrook
the
and PG.
Thunder, yeah.
And
But
such, Foo.
what the Trailblazers have over the Thunder is that they have great 3-point shooters. Like their 3-point shooting on the Trailblazers is amazing, as opposed to the Thunder, who really only have Paul George and occasionally Russell Westbrook. So if the Thunder or if the Trailblazers keep the 3-point game going, I think they have a great shot of finishing off the Thunder.
Definitely.
But speaking of 3-point game and monster game, the Rockets and the Jazz, dude.
Foo. James Harden, man.
The beard, man.
That beard, man. He's like Samson. If he ever shaves it, he's done.
Oh, he loses all his power.
That's it.
He should not do it. And
Like when Phil Jackson shaved his fucking goatee after the 3rd ring.
oh, fuck.
Everyone knew. Everyone knew
It
if
was
we
over. I
were
was so
done.
pissed.
Yeah.
I was so fucking pissed.
Didn't make sense. That damn dog out of here.
Every time.
Fucking every time sneaks his way in. Yeah, man. The fucking Rockets are they're just amazing. And they honestly have the best shot at beating the Warriors.
And dude, they're slated up because I'm pretty sure the Rockets and Warriors are going to both win. They're slated up to actually face off in round 2.
yeah, that's going to be... honestly, that's going to tell us
Who
the
the good games are going to
is
start next week. Foo.
Yeah, the round
Sounds
two is going to be amazing this year. Yeah, I can't wait to see
the
what
NBA has a lot of good players, and I like this better than just it having one superstar, on one team that's just dominating. Now, granted, that superstar was once on the Lakers, and we all won a bunch of shit with Kobe.
Yeah.
But when you don't have Kobe, it's a nice kind of gallery of players to have.
Yeah, you finally get to see the show. This is the showcase year for everyone besides LeBron to finally show who the next
There's
guy's
other
gonna be.
players in the league.
If a good animator animated all of these games, and with the anime background with the actions happening. That'd be dope.
Anime?
It'd be like 1 million episodes.
They actually have a animated series on Bleacher Report called Game of Zones, where they do it in like a Game of Thrones style. It's fucking great.
Mafu.
They even did Rocket. Remember when the Rockets snuck into that secret tunnel on the Clippers?
I remember that.
They have like a little mini episode where they have where they have James Harden pretend to be like Kendall Jenner and has a mask and like breaks up with Blake. Oh my god, it's so great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch that. Look it up on Bleacher Report. It's fucking good shit.
Fudge, yeah.
But yeah, the Rockets are just gonna sweep the Jazz. The Jazz ain't there yet, man. They need way more pieces to help out Donovan Mitchell. Though Donovan Mitchell's gonna be a superstar, I think. He'll make the All-Star game next year.
He's just one of the young guys right now, and the other same thing with D'Angelo. He's another young guy. I think those two guys, once the other current All-Stars gain a little age, those guys are going to fucking take over.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of new, different faces in the league, especially with
Zion coming in.
And that's, honestly, I think he's going to fizzle out. I think he's going to be a bust, Foo.
Oh my God.
I'm calling it.
Damn, really?
He's going to be a Greg Odom, dude.
Oh, no.
Greg Oden.
That was a nightmare.
That was a nightmare. I'm calling it right now.
Damn. Greg Oden was so bad.
I'm putting that jinx on him.
Dang. That situation was so
juju.
bad that Brandon Roy caught the infection and his knees gave out too.
I know. It's a good thing Damian Lillard's okay. Thank God.
That's crazy,
I
man.
just hope that nothing happens to him.
Dude, imagine that Brandon Roy and Lillard right now in McCollum.
Oh, man, that would have been a great backcourt. Great backcourt. If only.
Foo, these NBA players need their vitamin D, Foo.
They sure do. Give it to them, Foo. Give them the D.
I'm going to give them the vitamin D. It's what they need, is it not?
It's what they need.
Sure, man.
You know who really gave the Lakers the D lately, though, was Magic Johnson.
Oh, man. I'm so glad you brought that up.
I like that segue, didn't you?
I believe you came over when I was watching it live.
Oh yeah, I was on my way as he was announcing this.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
were absent the last Foobar Sports.
I was like, Foo, I gotta go over. He's just like, dude, come on over, man. This is nuts. This is fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Magic Johnson, dude. Magic Dick, dude. Fucking Dick.
Fuck the Lakers.
That's what he did, dude.
That was a
dirty.
That was a bitch way to do it too. And I loved Magic, but after this, it's like, dude, you embarrassed us.
Honestly, too, that was so unprofessional, and
he didn't even have like anything prepared.
Nothing.
And you know what?
He totally was off.
If he was such a, what's weird too? If he was such a fucking family friend and part of the family with Jeannie and them, hell no, he wouldn't have fucking done this.
He publicly humiliated her.
And that whole fucking thing where he wouldn't have done it if he told her in person, dude, you have no spine if you can't fucking tell someone, tell someone to take
person.
no for an answer.
I think him going, I ain't going to be here next year.
Oh, that's the worst.
Totally tops this other drop.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna have to go get that.
You are
replace this drop.
I'm gonna be here next year,
dude. Fuck, man,
dude. It was bad luck all around. Honestly, if he had done it the other way, it would have saved us the embarrassment, and we probably would have been okay.
And I think the media immediately started to point the finger at Rob Pelinka.
Oh yeah,
especially with all the fucking like inside info that came out.
It feels like they're painting Rob Pelinka as like a Machiavellian villain, man. Like,
really,
dude.
Well, because they were immediately like, "Oh, Lakers need to clear house," and it's like, wait, hold on a second. Like,
Rob.
we don't know what the issue was with Magic. We
Yeah,
know his perceived issue, and maybe that was. Listen, that wasn't the 100% reason. That was maybe like a weighing factor, but nothing that was going to sway him.
Right.
I mean, Fu, have you heard any of like the NBA insiders talking about how like no agents or no GMs or presidents want to deal with Rob because of the shit he did as an agent?
I feel, yes, and it's and that too doesn't prove that Magic is
No.
clear.
It doesn't.
I'm not actually.
I'm not trying to absolve Magic. What I'm saying is, it doesn't necessarily mean that Rob Pelinka should keep his job.
Stop apologizing for Magic, man.
Oh, fuck Magic. The only thing I disliked about all of that was that he made us look weak.
And he was like, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to feel like $1 million tomorrow morning. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, dude. Wow.
That's my biggest gripe. I do believe that it was right to move on from Luke and to move on, but we needed to move on from Rob Pelinka as well. And the fact in the matter is because Rob, like, people, from what I've heard, like, Rob was very much is like a calculated type of personality. Like, he did things as an agent to land like top guys like Kobe and James Harden that a lot of
and
owners
dude,
didn't
Jerry
like.
West is probably fucking laughing his ass off, dude.
I'm sure.
Especially when he reached out to the Lakers. Did you know that? He reached out to the Lakers when Jeannie took over and to ask if what they thought of him joining, forces with them. And they were like, no, we're good.
Yeah. They just blew him off.
Yeah.
And then that's why he went to the Clippers instead.
That's why. And he wants the Lakers to look bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's the competitor Jerry fucking West is too.
Right.
Not too bad because his son is actually still a Laker. We have this son on the staff. He's an executive. So that's one of the other.
But no, he's having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
With the Lakers executives being fucking in a shamble, dude.
Yeah. They're showing their incompetence. It's showing that Jeannie really does not know what she is doing in the basketball world. Granted, she's probably doing a great job business wise because that's what she was originally in charge of. She was the president of business operations, but she fucking fumbled the ball when she tried to hand it off to Magic, who had absolutely no executive experience in the actual NBA.
Yeah, man, it was kind of public enemy number one too, especially Magic trying to be Magic. It's like, dude, if you're gonna take a job, you got to know what's required.
Yeah, this isn't a TGI Fridays, Magic.
Yeah.
Come on now.
No kidding.
But that's him.
Guy Fieri ain't gonna save your ass with a decent menu.
Total fucking celebrity move, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fuck, man.
But
Magic's a good guy, but man, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Hell did I think that?
No point in dwelling on the past,
Thanks,
man.
Ned.
Let's just move on. Let's move on from it because it's just depressing.
I'm
Boom,
glad.
move on.
I'm glad you. No, I'm glad you said that because not Woj. Who's the guy that reports again for LeBron? Brian what?
Dave McMenamin.
Not McMenamin.
Yeah, Dave.
No, for LeBron.
Brian
McMenamin?
Yeah, Brian Windhorst.
Yeah.
Brian Windhorst
It's a
was
joke.
That's his real name.
McMenamin!
McMenamin.
I work
In my office, now!
McMenamin inside.
McMenamin, I want your badge and I want your gun. Get out of here!
Still doing this bit?
I'm still doing the bit, man.
Jesus, dude.
McMenamin.
Yeah, what about Brian Windhorst?
Thursdays on
What
Fox.
Brian Windhorst says, I heard him interviewing, and he kind of nailed it on the head. The Lakers aren't fucking totally in the worst scenario possible. We can still fix this.
How?
So we need to make good moves, and we need to get a good replacement for Magic.
Platitudes over here. This guy.
Dick.
No. Well, according to Ramona Shelburne, she's like, I understand what you're saying.
And
yeah.
also, dude, I don't want Ty Lue to coach the Lakers.
Okay, well, let me get to that. According to Ramona Shelburne, she's saying that actually Rob Pelinka, they may not hire a replacement for Magic. That Rob Pelinka may absorb the duties of the VP of basketball operations.
Dude.
Again, that's why I don't think it's a good idea for them to put all their cards on Rob Pelinka or put all their chips in on him because they're not interviewing anyone for basketball operations. They're saying they want to go after like the cream of the crop, but they're not going to be available.
Did you hear who they're possibly trying to get?
Well, I heard rumors of possibly something Mirage or the guy from the Raptors. I can't think of his name.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about either going after him, Bob Myers from the Warriors, Pat Riley from the Heat.
I think Bob Myers might be the best choice.
Only because Joe Lacob wants his son to take over.
Boom.
And-
I was exactly going to say that.
Yeah, but
He wants the team run by his son eventually.
But then that begs the question, would he be willing to keep Rob? Because that's what Jeannie wants. Jeannie wants to keep Rob. She doesn't want to
understand that,
and
though.
that's the problem because Jeannie's all about family and loyalty. She feels like she owes Rob Pelinka loyalty, because he's been with them as Kobe's agent for years. And Jeannie's all about relationships, but she's not really thinking about what's best basketball-wise. So that's kind of one of the biggest problems right now is that. And
I was hoping Magic could be that fucking clear-cut decision voice that could make these decisions.
unfortunately, he just wasn't out
He
of his
ain't gonna
element.
be here next year,
He was
fool.
out of his element, man.
Said it himself.
Yeah. He ain't going to be here.
Fucking dick.
Yeah, some of the rumored names for the head coach, though, because that's apparently more important than getting a VP of basketball operations.
Dude, no good head coach is going to want to sign if they don't know the direction of the fucking team.
And that's
dude.
the other problem. Like some of the names are Jawan Howard, who's an assistant on the Heat, which I wouldn't be opposed to, but it's a young coach. Monty Williams, who I would like. He's currently the assistant head coach for the Sixers.
He's a respected coach too.
But the problem with Monty Williams is that he may not even be available after this first. If the Sixers somehow lose the first or the second rounds of the playoffs, if they don't make it to the championship, their head coach Brett Brown is rumored to be fired, which kind of opens the door for Monty Williams to take over.
Oh, and that would
for him.
totally be a good move by the Sixers just to promote him.
Yeah, because you still have the continuity, and apparently Monty Williams is like a great coach amongst the players. Like they love him as a players coach. So that would just fuck up the Lakers' plans because I think they really would like to hire him because they're actually looking to interview again with him as well as Ty Lue, who they just interviewed on Friday.
No.
Honestly, Matt, I don't see a problem with it. I think I would like to refer people to interview with George Sedano and Kendrick Perkins. Yes, that Kendrick Perkins, Mr. Butthole Chin. Butthole
this guy,
Fu Manchu
dude,
chin.
this guy wants to
It's not even a
fucking.
butt crack. It's the whole hole.
Yeah, it's
in
just
there.
a hole, man.
Wow.
Just a cleft chin. It's just
He's a
weird.
troll, dude.
Who? Kendrick Perkins?
Like he's a real life troll. He looks like one.
Oh yeah, but I mean, come on, man.
That nose.
You'll want to talk.
Does he have a diamond for a belly button?
He has a diamond for a belt. Exactly. How'd you know?
What the
I had a
fuck?
feeling.
Talking about troll dogs,
Good
man.
God.
Ignore. But he said that Ty Lue was the only coach that he's seen that can check LeBron. Like he could straight up tell LeBron off and be like, "Just go over there, let me do what I'm doing," and LeBron would still react to it. Okay, like there was no problems there. Like the only problem with Ty Lue was when he was unhealthy, when he was having health issues. Like that's when he missed time. But
The only serious qualification I think he has is that he has coached LeBron. Other than that, I don't.
Dude, he got him an NBA championship. They won a championship with Ty Lue. And think about it, man.
And
if you
Draymond
can,
Green.
If you can coach, yeah, that too. But dude, if you can coach up LeBron, then you can coach up the rest of the players. Because you're gonna see, okay, wow, LeBron actually respects this dude to listen to him. So yeah, let's fucking drink the Kool-Aid, man. Like, think about it. If it works, then why fix what ain't broke, man?
Thought about it. Good.
You're just a bitch.
No. I honestly think.
Fucking Raider fan.
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa.
Don't make fun of Joe C's new team, man.
Oh, shut up. That's not my team.
You have to replace the Fleet Fousey.
Yeah.
I've had the Rams since they came back. Relax.
Okay.
Wow, bandwagon, dude.
Yes, I've said it since day one. I'm like, I'm going to jump on this bandwagon and I'm not looking back.
Who's gonna believe you now?
Whatever. Dude.
Well, on that note, I would like to thank everybody for joining us for episode whatever of Foobar
18,
Sports.
man.
Is
It's
it
18.
is it Foo? Did you fact check us?
think of what age the strippers need to be, man.
18. All right, I agree.
Glad you said that number.
Well, thank you all for joining and foobity doobity.
It's sports.